Let me ask you something. If I handed you $10,000 right now, cash, no strings attached, what would you do with it? Most people, and I mean most, would spend it within 60 days. A new phone, a vacation, maybe pay off a credit card, feel good for a week, then run it right back up again. And that right there is the poverty loop. It's not a lack of money that keeps people poor. It's a lack of understanding about what money actually is. My name is Warren Buffett, and I have spent over 70 years studying wealth, not just how to build it, but why most people never do. Today, I want to have an honest conversation with you. Not the kind you get from a motivational poster or a get-rich-quick ad. A real conversation. Because I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. My father lost his job during the Great Depression. I have seen poverty up close. I know what it does to a family. I know what it does to a person's thinking. And I have also seen very clearly the exact moment when someone escapes it. Stay with me for the next 15 minutes. Because what I am about to share with you changed my life at the age of 11, and it can change yours today. Now, here is the first thing you need to understand about the poverty loop. It is not a money problem. It is a timing problem. Poor people spend first, save what's left. Wealthy people save first, spend what's left. That's it. That's the whole secret. Sounds too simple, doesn't it? But simple is not the same as easy. And most people will hear that, nod their heads, and go right back to spending first tomorrow morning. When I was 11 years old, I bought my first stock. 3 shares of City Service Preferred for $38. I had been saving and earning since I was 6 years old, selling chewing gum door to door, delivering newspapers, selling Coca-Cola. Not because my family told me to, but because I had read a book, a simple little book called 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000, and something clicked in my brain. I realized that money could work. While I was sleeping, while I was in school, while I was doing anything at all, money, invested properly, was out there working for me. That idea that money works is completely foreign to most low-income households. And it is not their fault. Nobody taught them. Schools teach you how to get a job. They do not teach you how to own one. And that is the first wall inside the poverty loop, what I call the employee mindset trap. Here's what I mean. When you work a job, you trade time for money. You give 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours. Stop working. The money stops too. But when you own assets, stocks, a business, real estate, those assets keep generating income whether you show up or not. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. Now, I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. Please don't do that. What I am saying is this: your job should fund your escape. Every paycheck is a seed. The question is, are you eating the seed or are you planting it? Most low-income earners eat every seed they get, and then they wonder why nothing grows. The second wall inside the poverty loop, and this one is painful to say, is lifestyle inflation. This is what happens when your income goes up and your spending goes up faster. You get a raise at work, wonderful. Then you get a nicer car, a bigger apartment, more subscriptions, more eating out, and 3 months later, you are just as broke as before, just at a higher income level. I drove the same car for years. I still live in the same house I bought in 1958 for $31,000. Not because I cannot afford better, but because I understand something that most people do not. Every dollar I spend today is not $1. It is every dollar that dollar could have become in 20 years. I call this the true cost of money. If you spend $20 today, and that $20 could have compounded at 10% annually for 20 years, you did not spend $20. You spent $134. That is the real price tag on your lunch. That is the real price tag on those shoes. Once you start seeing money that way, you cannot unsee it, and that changes everything. The third wall, and this might be the most dangerous one, is what I call expensive friendships. Show me your 5 closest friends, and I will show you your financial future. This is not about being cruel to people you love. It is about understanding that habits are contagious. If everyone around you spends freely, brags about purchases, and mocks the idea of saving, you will do the same. The pressure to keep up is one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. I have watched brilliant people destroy their finances trying to impress people they do not even particularly like. Charlie Munger, my partner of 60 years, once told me, "Show me the incentive, and I'll show you the outcome." Well, if your social circle incentivizes spending, the outcome is debt. You do not have to abandon your friends. But you do need to add new voices to your life. Read books by people who have built wealth. Find mentors, even digital ones, who talk about money differently. Your environment is shaping you every single day, whether you notice it or not. Now let's talk about what actually breaks the poverty loop. Step 1, pay yourself first. Before you pay any bill, before you buy any groceries, move a percentage of your income into a savings or investment account. Start with 1% if that's all you can manage. Then 2. Then 5. The amount matters less than the habit. You are rewiring your brain to be a saver. Step 2, learn one income-generating skill this year. Not a hobby. A skill that someone will pay you for. Copywriting, sales, coding, graphic design. In today's world, the internet has made it possible for anyone to earn income outside of a traditional job. I started earning at 6 years old with no education and no internet. You have tools I could not have dreamed of. Use them. Step 3, invest before you feel ready. I hear people say, "I'll start investing when I have more money." That is like saying, "I'll start exercising when I'm in better shape." The best investment you can make right now is in a low-cost index fund. You do not need to pick stocks like I do. In fact, for most people, I would tell them not to. A simple S&P 500 index fund contributed to consistently over 20 to 30 years will make you wealthy. Not exciting, not glamorous, but wealthy. Step 4, protect your time like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Every hour you spend consuming entertainment without intention, television, social media, gossip, is an hour you did not spend building. I read 5 to 6 hours every single day. I have done this since I was a young man. The knowledge compounds just like money does. Read about business, money, history, psychology. Your mind is the first asset you need to grow. Step 5, think in decades, not months. This is perhaps the hardest one for people in low-income situations, because when you're struggling to pay rent, thinking 20 years ahead feels impossible. I understand that. But the poverty loop feeds on short-term thinking. Every decision you make today that your future self will thank you for, that is how you escape. One good decision, then another, then another. Wealth is not a lottery. It is a long series of small, smart choices that most people are not willing to make. And if you are still watching this video right now, you are already different from most people. Most people quit. Most people scroll away. You stayed. That tells me something about you. So here is my challenge to you today. Leave a comment below with one financial habit you are committing to this month. Just one. Write it down. Put it in the comments. Because when you declare something publicly, you are far more likely to follow through. And if this video gave you even one idea that could change your financial path, share it with someone you care about. Because the greatest gift you can give another person is a new way of seeing the world. Subscribe to this channel if you want more conversations like this one. We talk about money, mindset, and the timeless principles that separate those who build wealth from those who only dream about it. The poverty loop is real, but it is not permanent. It is a choice made one small decision at a time. And today, you just made one. Thank you for watching.